guys. Okay, so I said give me a topic and we'll talk about it. So it didn't really matter what topic it was, as long as it was appropriate. And I don't know, I guess I'll just give you my opinion from experience. Everything that I'm going to say is from personal experience. So with that being said, of course, my daughter was the first one that asked me to talk about food, and that's just because she's greedy. Um, she loves food. So, food. Um, to be honest with you, I know how to cook. I know how to cook everything, but I don't like to cook if I don't have to. And at this stage in the game, my kids are all older except for Milani, so they kind of do the cooking for the most part. I definitely will do like the holidays and things like that, but and now I have my daughters to help because they're gonna need to know certain things when they get on their own. I cannot, for the life of me, do a dippy egg. I always bust the damn yolk. I have tried. I went through a whole dozen of eggs trying because that's my favorite. I like it, what do you call it, over medium. And I always bust the yolk. What I can do the best is lasagna and fried chicken. So yeah, and I love food. I love anything sweet. I know I'm type 2 diabetic, however, I have a sweet tooth that's out of this world. Already today, I had a Kit Kat and some cookies and cream ice cream, because that's my favorite ice cream. Tatiana, did I touch everything that you wanted to know about food? I don't know what you want me to be specific on, but you already know because you live with me. Upcoming goals for myself and others. That's kind of all over, so I'll try to answer that as much as possible. Goals for myself are I'm always looking to grow mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, in any way that I can. I'm like a sponge. I really want to just keep building my brand. Raising my kids, even though they're older. My two oldest ones are now officially adults. But I mean, they still don't know anything about life. They think they do, but they don't. So guiding them, helping my daughter with my grandbaby. I am not going to raise Soraya. I'm here to guide Tatiana. Trust me, you can ask her. I make her be a mom. She's going to be a mom. That's what she's going to do. I'm just here to guide. You know, I make sure she does everything right. And so that's my goal, is to raise my babies, get them ready for this world, continue to brand myself with Mystery Management, promote my reality show, which eventually, like I had said before on another video post, that I wanted to do a book and a clothing line and a perfume, and I want to give back to the community, back to my hometown, not where I'm at now. My hometown. I'm just such a big giver, so I want to put people on if they're serious. I'm not attaching my name and my brand to anyone that's not serious about what they want out of life. Because I know with this business, you get a lot of people that expect you to show love just because they know you, but they're not really serious about their careers, and I'm not going to waste my time. So if you're serious, I got you, if I can. Loving so hard. Well, that's something that I do. I love hard. In everything I do, not just relationship wise, but I am one to just, when I'm in a relationship, I love hard. I give you all of me, and that has been a blessing and a curse. What I will say that I've learned as I've gotten older, don't change who you are. If you love hard, then love hard, but learn to also love with your head. and not just your heart. Um, that came with a lot of heartbreak and trial and error with me. Um, I would love someone so hard that I didn't see anything else. I didn't see what other people saw. And it would come back to, yeah, kind of like bite me in the ass, so to speak. Um, what is that they say? I'm a sucker for romance. So I, I believe in love. I wanna always be in love or love. Can't love no one more than I love God and my kids, first and foremost. But let me just say this: my parents broke my heart before any man that came along did, and because of that, I had insecurities and I had self-esteem issues and I had trust issues, and um, that led in me deciding on the wrong type of man. Okay, and I went through a lot, and it wasn't until I got older, and you know what they say, when you hit your head against the same brick wall so many times, you'll get it. Some people don't, some people do. I did, and I I learned so much in all my relationships. I always took um, something away from that. So, in your question on loving so hard, don't let anyone change you. If you're a lover more than a fighter, then be that. It's okay. Just think first. This person is draining you more than they're giving you. Um, you gotta be smart, because at the end of the day, life is gonna pass you by, and before you know it, you're gonna be older. You're gonna look older because with stress, it ages you so much quicker. But I'm never going to change that I love hard. When I'm with someone, I am the Bonnie to the Clyde. I am the ride or die. But as I've gotten older, I'm thinking. So in thinking, I am now more aware of what type of man I want and what I'll settle for and what I won't settle for. So honestly, all I can say is that comes with time, getting older. But don't change you, because the person that God made for you will come, and maybe you're going through all of these things to prepare you for Him. So when He is in your presence, you'll know. Good luck with that. Many blessings. My New York experience. Well, let's just say that I'm from the country, but I'm a city girl at heart. And to be honest with you, 4 years later, I haven't gotten enough of New York. There's so much to do, because and that's the beauty of it, because I'm a very optimistic person. No matter how bad a situation is, I always can see the light at the end of the tunnel. So that being said, even on my worst day, I can go to Central Park, I can take a walk through Times Square, and just see life in its truest form. When you're in New York City, people are who they are. Everyone has something to do. Everyone is doing something. Everyone has a hustle, and it's so motivating and so inspiring that I can't look at someone who is okay with doing absolutely nothing and feel sorry for them. Because every time I step foot into New York City, I see people doing them. It's the concrete jungle, and they say if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. And I'm moving to Queens in a few weeks. So looking forward to it. I've been wanting to do that since the day I got here, but things take time, and I had things I had to do, and I'm finally making that move, and I'm so excited. I just want to make sure that my kids know that everything that I do is for them. It's for their future. It's for Soraya. I love New York. I love the fact that I could pick something, anything, and I can do it. Whether it's if I want to eat Thai food, if I want to eat sushi, if I want to eat soul food. So I can go to Spice in Chelsea and I can go to Sylvia's in Harlem. Um, I can stay in Times Square and go to Dallas BBQs. That's one of my favorites. Everyone that knows me knows that I go there all the time. Um, Broadway shows, live comedy, BB King's. There's just so many things to do in New York. There's never a reason to say that you're bored when you live in New York City. And so my experience here has only been a positive one. And every day when I get up, even on days where I'm not so sure of certain things, because I mean, I'm human, you know, I wake up in the middle of the night and I think about life and I have questions and doubts and worries. Um, but what I do know is when I wake up and I know the city across the Hudson River is right there and I have so many options. You know, my job as an executive administrative assistant, I can walk into any company and ask for a minimum of $60,000 salary. I know I can get it, and I have, and I do. So it's there if you want it. But not everyone loves the city. I'll tell you what I do miss about the country, and that's grass. And when I went back home, I went to Masontown. Well, I went to the graveyard where my grandma and my pap and my uncle are and everything. And I took my shoes off and I just wanted to feel the grass on my feet because we don't have grass here, guys. Just not too much grass unless you live in like Long Island or something. But I hope I answered it. That's my New York experience. I wouldn't change it for the world. I'm here to stay. I mean, well, unless LA needs me, and I'll be to LA because I do feel like I'm gonna have a home here and in LA soon. Do I want to meet my? Would I love to meet my cousin, a second cousin? And of course, yes. It's just when I was there recently, I was so behind on schedule that I didn't get to see a lot of people that I really wanted to see. I didn't get to do a lot of things that I had initially planned to do, and I'm sorry. I love you. I love my little cousin. I love my family, period. And you know, you guys know I'm there if you need me. And I'll see you soon. I don't know when I'm gonna come back. Again, I'm trying to come back in November. I can't get detail on that, but there might be an event going on and I might show up. But if not, then I'll see you guys in the spring. I love you. Two more questions. War on heroin. Well, let me just say this, that I feel addiction is hereditary. This is my opinion. I could be wrong. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm just saying that I'm 37 and I know that both my parents had been, you know, dabbling in certain things in their younger days. And I know that the day they decided to stop, they stopped. And because of that, I have the same, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I'm just like that. I have the will to stop. I don't have that addictive personality. I used to take ecstasy. I used to snort cocaine, smoke a lot of weed, almost an ounce a day, when I was younger. But the day I decided to stop, I did just that. I just stopped. And it's been, I would have to say, almost 7 years since I've done any type of narcotic. I drink my wine, mixed drink every now and then socially, but I don't have any urges or cravings or any of that. I'm good, but not everyone is that fortunate. And I feel like that's due to something that's hereditary. Someone in the family that has, you know, a drug, you know, addiction. I hear that when you do heroin for the first time, you're hooked. That's what I hear. I don't know how true that is because I've never tried heroin. But and my heart goes out to people that can't shake it. But for me, I feel I'm so mentally strong that I can shake anything, whether it's drug, anything that comes my way. I'm so mentally. I even feel like I can't be hypnotized. I'm too mentally strong for that. Um, it's sad. It breaks up families. Um, I hear that it's going on a lot back home, and that just breaks my heart. I just hear a lot of people on pills and heroin, and you know, when a person decides to do drugs, in my personal opinion, I know that it's deeper than the drug. It's something that they're going through, because we all have demons. So it's something else that they're going through, and their only way of coping is for this heroin or whatever choice of drug that they're using. Um, I remember when my ex-husband cheated and got a girl pregnant. You know how I dealt with it? Vicodins and cocaine. That's how I dealt with it. And I say that to say that whenever I was high, I didn't cry. It didn't bother me. I was able to talk about it. And I remember laying there one night, and my nose was burning so bad from doing powder all night long. And I remember laying there and talking to God, and I said, God, you know, I'm hard-headed because you made me. You know, I don't see things until they're right there in my face. You know, this is not me. This is not where I see my life. But I'm hurt. I'm hurting. And I want to stop. I don't want to do this. I said, but I don't want to stop for some drastic reason, like going to jail or overdose or anything that's drastic, but I want to stop, you know. And to be honest with you, I know some of you that know me is going to think this is kind of like crazy, but soon after that, I met Milani's father, and he wasn't with it. And because without going into detail, because of what we shared was so important to me, I stopped cold turkey. And then soon after, I got pregnant with Milani, and that's why I call her my do-over. You know, I had a second chance at motherhood because I made so many mistakes as a young mom with my other four, and I walked away from cocaine and, you know, all the other stuff. And if anybody wants to know, that's why that man to this day is so special to me. And that's why no matter what, I'll always have his back, because he played a key part in where I'm at this very second when it comes to that. War on heroin, all I can do is continue to pray and be there for those who need me. If you want to get help, you'll get it. You can want it all day for someone, but if they're not ready, they're not ready. Nothing you do is ever going to be good enough until they're ready. Heartbreak, I think we've all been through that. I mean, it doesn't matter. As I've gotten older, I've realized it doesn't matter how pretty you are, how much money you have, what your status is. Everyone has fallen victim to being heartbroken. But let me just say this on behalf of you women. Us women. A man will only do what you allow him to do. And I get when you love somebody, you want to give them chances. I've done that. And like I said, everything that I'm saying to you is from personal experience. I choose loyalty over love all day. Because I truly feel like if there's no loyalty, what's the purpose of the love? We can love someone so much and want to see all the good things in them, but if they don't see it, it means nothing. Let me just say this, that my dad used to tell me this when I was young. A man's going to do what a man's going to do, but he's always going to know that one that he plans on settling down with. I'm not saying that it's okay. What I'm saying to you is it's up to us women to decide if we're willing to wait for that day to come, or if we're going to say, you know what, I know my worth. I'm not going to do this with you. Because if you set boundaries with a man from day one, he will know what he can and can't do. And I know men are so quick to say, and women are so quick to say, Why do these, for example, no disrespect to no one, this is just from personal experience, things that I have seen and have experienced. I know a lot of black women will say, "All these men want these white girls." Um, Me being half white and half black, I feel like I can say this. It is what it is. The white girls let these black men say and do what they want, whereas the black woman is not gonna put up with certain things. She's gonna ask questions. She's gonna she's not gonna take your word at face value and it just be that. Um, and these white girls, no disrespect, because I love you all. It's nothing personal, and it isn't all of you, just like it isn't all black women. We all do it. But what I'm saying is, I've seen some white girls just be so excited just to be with a black man that they'll put up with everything. Doesn't matter. They deal with it. So when it comes to heartbreak, you gotta make a decision. Do you love him or do you love yourself more? At this point in my life, I love me more, and I've always went for a certain type of man, and that's because, as I have recently realized, I've had daddy issues my whole life, which led me to choosing a certain type of man. And now I'm at a point where I will stay single for as long as I need to stay single until I find that one that is meant for Misty. I done seen it all. I done heard it all. Every excuse in the book. All the games played. There's not too much that as soon as I hear it, I could be like, been there before, know where this is getting ready to go. So, all I can say as far as heartbreak, love yourself enough to know when you've had enough. Okay? I love you guys, and that's all the topics I have here because I wrote them down. But if you want to know anything else, let's do it. Okay? I love you guys. God bless.